guys, how's it going? It's Generalkidd here, and today we're going to be tackling the question of what happens if you destroy the Arbiter's Banshee on the Ark. So if you play solo by yourself on Halo 3, when you get to this part of the mission on the Ark, when you activate this Cartographer, after the cutscene, the Arbiter will be luring a Banshee close to him. He's going to hijack it and then fly it away. But what if you try to destroy it? Well, as you saw, it's actually it's indestructible while the brute is still in it. So I've tried a couple times with the fuel rod. It damages it, but it doesn't kill it. So what you have to do is, what I tried next was I used the power drain to knock it down. And if I flip it upside down, the Arbiter cannot hijack it anymore. The brute still dies in it. It's scripted to die, apparently. And as for the Arbiter, he'll just, when he flipped out the Banshee, he'll just stand on top of it, go into active camo, and then just disappear. The Banshee itself remains intact here, but you cannot drive it. It is, I believe it's an ambient Banshee. I know on Sierra 117, those Banshees there, they're indestructible, and they're called ambient Banshees in the game files. But in this case, the Banshee does despawn after like a couple minutes, as you just saw. So it's a little different than the ambient Banshees on Sierra 117, because those are invincible and they do not despawn until you hit like a certain loading point. But yeah, so as for the Arbiter, he's the one, he despawns first, and even if you keep meleeing him to keep him visible, he'll just disappear. And the Banshee is destructible once the brute is out of it. You can completely blow it up, but after a little bit, even the carcass of it, the main carcass, not the canopy, it will also despawn, like right there. So now that we know all that happens, that is not the entirety of the video. We want to see if we can keep the Arbiter and the Banshee alive somehow. So what we have to do is, as the Banshee comes in, you want to throw the power drain, same thing, but once the Arbiter hops on to hijack it, you want to fire your rocket launcher at it. And you want to fire a couple rockets at it. So the first one will do quite a bit of damage to it. And next, your timing has to be pretty good. It's not as hard as it looks. It's pretty easy to get this result. But you want to time it so that you blow it up right when a brute dies and as Arbiter is hopping in. And you're basically doing the glitch to drive broken vehicles, to drive destroyed vehicles. Only in this case you're doing it with the Arbiter instead, in campaign. So as you saw, the Arbiter managed to stay inside, but the Banshee is blown up. And actually one interesting thing here is, as you saw, the Banshee fell all the way to the bottom and it disappeared. And it actually, when it disappears, it actually respawns back up here and falls back down. So it kind of just teleports up here. But yeah, so now that that's done, as you can see, the Arbiter is still inside the Banshee. And even though the Banshee's flipped upside down, he's not falling out, which normally I think even in a destroyed vehicle when it's flipped upside down, you should fall out. But for some reason the Arbiter is not. He's just chilling there in a blown up Banshee. And he will not despawn anymore. He is now permanently here, and the Banshee is also permanently here. Previously, as you saw earlier in the video, separately the Arbiter will just vanish, and the Banshee, even if you've blown up, will also just vanish eventually. But for some reason when you combine the both of them like this, it does not vanish, and you can pretty much push the Banshee anywhere you want. And it still has the same effect as like a blown up Banshee carcass. It's like frictionless, so it slides around really easily. Even like the slightest nudge will pretty much push the Banshee away, and it'll just slide across the floor, not even slowing down because there's like almost no friction. So now that the Arbiter is down here, you can't follow him down like that, because if you jump down, there's no death barrier there. But you can proceed through the mission, and just kill all the enemies and just make your way down there, and the Arbiter will still be down there when you get here. So what's down here? Initially the brutes will ignore him, but once you kill the chieftain, I actually never realized this until just like but at this part, the other brutes do not attack you at all until you kill the chieftain. Once you kill the chieftain, then they start attacking you. And they will also start attacking the Arbiter, who is still just chilling in the Banshee and can't be killed at all. But it's really easy for his Banshee to be knocked off the edge because there's like no friction, so like this, anything that like shoots him, like a brute shot or something, will pretty much send him flying off the edge. Now, what I wanted to do next was I was hoping to somehow push him into the cutscene like this, but if you kill enough enemies, like for example, if you kill all the jackals here, he will just despawn immediately. Unfortunately, you cannot keep him to the cutscene. I've tried several times, tried like different variations, and I mean, unless I'm missing something and you guys like have a way to keep him in the cutscene, I cannot get him to the cutscene. I was hoping to mess with the cutscene, you know, to have him just like sitting there chilling while Master Chief's getting on the Pelican and stuff. But unfortunately, I cannot keep him in the cutscene. And after he despawns, you know, you can still finish the mission. Even though the Arbiter never flew away like he was supposed to, you could still just finish the mission. And during the cutscene, like I said, you won't see him anywhere, and I was hoping you could, but you can't. However, you'll still hear Arbiter talking in the cutscene, you know, as he's normally scripted to do. But yeah, so there's no effect on the cutscene, but you can in fact prevent Arbiter from flying away in his Banshee. You can't exactly, I mean, you can prevent him from getting into the Banshee entirely, you know, by flipping it out, but he just disappears. But with this little glitch, this little trick, you can in fact keep the Arbiter around almost the entire time. So yeah, so hopefully this answers the question. You know, I know a lot of people have tried to stop the Arbiter in the past from getting on a Banshee, but as far as I know, I haven't seen anyone successfully do it yet. But if someone has, then, well, I guess this will be a revisit in that case. But yeah, so this should answer that question, and I hope you guys did find this to be very interesting. And if you did, you know, make sure to leave a like and leave your thoughts in the comments if there's any other experiments you want me to try with the Arbiter on this level. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and got a lot of other great videos coming out soon to share with you guys, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time.